All right, so morning. Wait until some people up on the live. Then you see what go on and what a little reason we do in the early morning, yeah. Because we have a whole little beard and line up to start shoot in a bit. So make it go live, go and load up with some of the funds them, and then we can run a little reasoning with it. Yeah. All right, so wait until some more people load up on the live because there's not a lot of people on the live as yet. So I'll go on the live now. All right, so what are the reason in the morning? Fabian morning. Patrice Bailey morning. Cian Murphy. Man, big up on yourself. All right, Maxine Johnson, big up yourself. All right, so let me hold a quick little reason within that morning and then we get back to the regular routine. As you guys well aware of, because I try to at least keep up to date when we're doing stuff. We were on the road for almost 2 weeks. Last week we did there Portmore. The week before we did there Ocherius. So 2 consecutive weeks we were on the road doing a movie which might not go on the channel. I don't know as yet because it's not the type of regular type of movie we do. You know, it can have a little violence in it and it have some stuff where, not my type of style, but nonetheless, it's an art field within a, so therefore we are going to create different type of art pieces, which is some are going to have violence, some are going to have some positive message, mixture. But the reason why I make mention of that is to touch on a little bit of topic that we've been talking about amongst persons them who amongst me and amongst myself. And it's all about the fact that from time to time persons might reach out to me and say, "Oh, Richard, I love the work where you are put out, and I would love to either be a part of what you're doing in the sense of them either write book or them write script, and they would love for me turn it into a movie." A lot of time that is almost impossible. And the reason why I use the word almost impossible is that when we do movies over here at Richard Brown Films, I'm sit down and I pencil out the idea and the script of what I want to do. There's a number of things that I take into consideration. And part of it is I look on the persons who I have available to me at that present moment. Meaning, if I Alton Candy and few others may tailor the movie with them in mind, or if Public Diamond tailor the movie with him in mind. So I always do movies with the persons them whom I have available to me in mind. And also, we think about the resources, the location that I have available to me. We think about all of those aspects when we're doing a movie, what I have available to me. And with that, then we create the movie. Because we can't make a movie talking about me jumping out of a plane or me you having somewhere like a police station or a hospital and have those facilities. It not gonna make no sense. It's really hard for you to do a movie and talk about things without showing it. you know, because you're telling a story and you want people not only to listen to what you say, but they want them to see it visually. You know what I say? So a lot of the time I tend to don't do certain movies. Like for example, I don't do movies where we use a lot of gun because we don't really have proper gun will look real. You know what I say? So I stay away from that. So there's a lot of things that I take into consideration when I'm making these movies. That's why you realize that we do a lot of drama and a lot of drama, but not action. A lot of drama wherein where a relationship or other things are involved, where it not really take a lot of things. What the place you Ashley Big. All right, so there's a lot of things that I take into consideration as I say when I make these movies. So go back to what I say with the persons them who link me a lot of times with scripts and stuff. With the type of script, sometimes people write, they put a lot of things in there that may not have access to in terms of from a financial standpoint. Because you know, say if you have money, you can rent one place will look like a one hospital to shoot one scene, or you can rent one doctor office, or you can get things where I go depict the type of yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, if you pick up it from me, come around my yard, come around my house for it. Yeah, not out house, not my house, not that party scheme. All right, yeah. So yeah, so when persons link me with them script and things, sometimes it not really tailored for me. Me do it, so sometimes me say no, me can't do it, or we don't have the resources because a lot of the time persons link me with the script, they don't have money for back it. And for me personally, that is where money is going to come into play, meaning that I have to go pay the persons them whom you're going to use in that movie there because for one, I don't want to do movies outside of YouTube where me not going to pay people up front. So if me have the movies for example on streaming platform or wherever, I have to get money up front for pay people. I have to get all the necessary resource where it going to take for do the movie. You know what I mean? So with persons who even if you're watching the live and you have it in your intention that you would want to do a movie with me or you have something where you a script or a book or whatever, you have to take that into consideration. You have to have money to get it done. Because as an individual who are the movie, if me not have money outside of what me I do for YouTube, it not gonna make no sense. You see me I say, because just for example, we take on the road 2 week, almost 2 weeks straight, and it really take up some money out of my pocket. It take more than what me can afford to spend. You know me I say, big up yourself, Dr. Jack Bedroom Tonic, morning. So it take more than I actually have to spend. So that is even the reason why we say to people, you will see most of the movies done in at the same location because that's the that's the technique we have used for over the past 3 years to limit spending a bag of money to create these content. You know what I mean? I say, so I'm just kind of like want to make you guys know because I know a lot of persons sometimes might ask the question, oh, all of the movie they want to do and at the same location, floor, use the other one to make on floor. It tastes better. One big bag, yeah. Yeah. Yes. All of them things that we kind of take them things into consideration. So if there are persons out there that would love to work on a project, make sure say if you are link me, you have money to invest in that project. Because the aim that we are trying to push towards is getting projects done for outside of YouTube. Because since the 3 years that we have been doing this, between me and Fire, we have ventured into trying to get persons to sponsor or to produce projects, but it has not gone as how expected because YouTube is only going to be able to generate but so much. You know what I mean? I say so doing any form of project where persons are willing to produce it, we have to produce the films with putting it outside of YouTube in mind, meaning that we're gonna try to submit it to Netflix, we're gonna try to get it onto an Amazon Prime, we're gonna get it onto sources where we can bring in money, real money. So we can, you the investor who invests in the film can make back your money. Me who is the director and the editor and whatever can make back my money, and the persons who are in the acting process can actually get paid. You know what I mean? I say so all of them things that we have to put them things in mind when we are doing film. Um, I've been saying on a few other videos that I put out and even on the live, if there are persons who actually want to invest in what we're doing here from the standpoint of trying to get it to the next level, because we're doing YouTube and we are creating content for YouTube, which is good. We're building a fan base and all of the good things, but we want to take it to the next level, meaning that it can be beneficial to more Jamaicans in the sense that people can take this as a career, they can take it as a job, we can hire more people, more Jamaicans can come through the ranks of doing movies and getting it to the next level. You know what I mean? I say so that's the aim. So if persons want to invest and trying to get it to the next level, link me up man for Instagram. The whole reason, and if it's something that sound good to you, then we can actually make that move. For me personally, I have seen where for the past 3 years doing this, where we are. So it gives me the sense of if we take it to a next bigger level, things can happen. You know what I mean? I say it's not a question of if, but it can happen. So that's the aim for getting the thing to the next level. Um, Everything that I do here, it's all a learning process in terms of from a business standpoint, and from the standpoint of getting better at what we do. All of this is a learning process. And for me personally, I'm not just learning, but I am also creating stuff that people can learn from. You know what I mean? I say so long and short, and how much we come to talk about on the live. I remember I talked to Ten in a week. She said she not really active as before, but she want to start post back on her channel. So please look out for content coming on her channel, on Ten's channel. Just look out for it. Um, we will try our best to go and visit her this month end. I talk to one of my subscriber who is willing to send on a little thing towards financing the financing the financing the trip, because we go look for 10 it will take a little bit of money, both from transportation wise, plus fee make sure so I take care of everybody who come, because me alone I go look for her. Alton, Jade, all who there, I go look for her. Candy, everybody. We are gonna make the trip up to go look for her. So that's the whole vibe of this mountain we want to do. So if there are persons who want to contribute towards the trip, link me and make me know say yo, you want to put something towards the trip to go up, go look for her. Whether it be me using it towards the trip or me going to look for her and say to her, say, yo, me get that little package here and this a fear. You know me? I say, because we can't go look for her and go look for her empty handed. You see me? So that's the Maxine Johnson. Link me up on Instagram. And once you want to contribute towards the trip, let me know and we sort that aspect there out. So that's the whole aspect of things. We drop a movie yesterday or day before Sunday. We drop a movie Sunday. So if you have not watched the movie, make sure so you're watching. If you have not shared the movie, share it on your Facebook, share it on your WhatsApp status. You know what I mean? I say, take a screenshot of it, put it on your Instagram stories, whatever it takes to promote the movie. Do what it is necessary so we can reach 100,000 views. It's a good movie. You know what I mean? I say we want to do part 2 for it. Now work on a film now for Paradise Nation. Hopefully we can get it done today, and then tomorrow I can start working on part 2 for that film. You know what I mean? I say it's always a pleasure as myself to create these wonderful content for you guys. You know what I mean? I say it's not just a pleasure to create the content for you guys, but it's a pleasure for myself to sit down and watch when me create the content. You see me? So simple, just look out for it and look out for the for the next movie we're gonna drop on Paradise Nation. Hopefully we can drop it before the weekend. We'll try to finish. If we don't finish it today, we'll finish it tomorrow morning. But we'll drag out some scene today. We get a whole heap of scene done yesterday. Because yesterday we were on the road whole day. So that are the vibes. As we said, thank you guys for showing support. We do appreciate it. Things not perfect as how we want them, because as I've been I tell people, I take time I reach to the point where my main focus is to grab the additional equipments that I need to start shooting for Netflix, because my aim, and me I say it into reality, that my aim is to start working on something for the big screen for September. That's my aim. I want to ensure I grab them. I'm gonna grab them the lens. I'm gonna see me get the microphone and even one light and some hard drives and stuff for the Blackmagic. That's the main aim for. Hold on, guys. What can I take a sample? No, in some video, adaptation. It's a video 200 or something. You got 5, you got 50 videos on the channel project, 5. And then you got the all right, so yeah, man. So as me I say, that's the whole aim for me personally. By now in September, I want to start working on some films to see if we can submit all over the place. Because since the time we are do this, I have learned a lot as it pertains to what I can do with the films when we create them. I can submit them to film festival. I can submit them to the distribution companies. There are a number of places I can submit them to try see if I can get them on those platforms. Let me say, and there's a lot of avenue as it pertains to Netflix, Amazon Prime, and all the other places, Tubi, all the other places that host content. So that's the aim for me personally. I definitely want to see how I can, just utilize the experience that I've gotten over the past 3 years of doing YouTube. I've been doing filmmaking long before that, but as it pertains to YouTube itself and creating all these content, I want to utilize what I have learned so far and just get things out to where I want them to. It's always a pleasure to sit and create this content for you guys, and that's the aim for me personally, because we don't want to have to put out some big up yourself, public, big up yourself. You know, see you soon back in our place. As we say, it's always a pleasure to create all this content, but it's like we have to work, the whole heap of work just to keep it going, meaning that we have to put out content every week. Now, if we're putting it out for the big screen, we would not need to necessarily do so much movies. We could just focus on doing one season, which is 12 episodes of a series, and just say, all right, put the series out, get paid for it, pay everybody, spend one excellent time working on one next 12 episode or doing another series. So there are things that can be done in a more timely manner and in a one sense where we not have to kill ourselves to create whole heap of content just to make it work. And we not fool ourselves. YouTube is a streaming platform. It's not just a streaming platform, but it's social media. So it is a little bit different from Say, for example, if we submit it for a Netflix or so forth, it's different, you know. But nonetheless, I'll jump off I live, hold a beard, probably eat something, and then start film by 12. So I have an hour to get the rest before 12. So big up on yourself. Thank you guys for showing support, and we just go and do the do until we can reach where we are reach. All right, big up on yourself.